Yo, what's up, my guys? I know I haven't been posting consistency in the last month. I did only one video. I released it on April 1st. None of y'all gave a real fuck about that shit. But who cares, we're just starting. I just started doing the English videos. And today, I'm in Serbia. I'm in my hometown, Subotica. Most of y'all probably don't know this city. I just got back and I got my Airbnb. I'm not gonna lie, the Airbnb looks crazy. I fuck with it. So I haven't been home where I grew up at in like 5 years. So this is like really emotional for me, even though most of the time I don't really have expectations, because the brain makes like picture what it should be, and then you get high of this dopamine. So the most of the time I do not have no expectations. That's why I can enjoy the things a lot more. I was in Amsterdam a couple weeks ago. I bought me this shirt. It's from Tyson. I did smoke there, but today is the day. Yesterday I smoked one last joint. We're going to lock in for the next 6 months. I'm going to do 6 months or 5.5 months clean without no smoking cannabis. Yeah, and this video is about habits. Let's fucking go. So y'all know I really been learning about neuroscience. That's the field I'm really like drawn to. So I do spend a lot of time with my own brain and with my habits. There's this book, Atomic Habits, from James Clear. I read this book like 7 times, and it talks about your habits, your system, because how successful you're going to become is not about how smart you are. It's more about your habits, your systems. If you're smart but you're not able to capitalize on being smart, then you're not going to be successful. And I want to be successful. I want to be the best I can become. I'm already improving myself every day. The people who be watching my videos on German know I've been working on myself for a long time. So it's not new for me. I've been doing this for the last 4 years, and I hope the time is going to come when I will become successful to take care of myself, take care of my family, and just live life. But the most important things, I have to get sober and I have to take life seriously to become the best version of myself. Habits is the things you do every day. The people with the bad habits, it's not exponential, but if you change your habits and you build good habits, then you have the possibility to become better exponentially. So not like standard, you get better, it just accumulates. So habits are the most important thing in your life. How you spend your day, how you spend your morning. I already did my dopamine detox. You can get my PDF in my web shop. I'm going to link it in the description. So dopamine detox is where you detox your brain from the dopamine you've been accumulating all your life. For me, it took almost 2 years to get off caffeine, scrolling, like just building good habits instead of consumerism. So you consume, either you're a creator or you're a consumer. If you're a consumer, you just consume every day, consume other people's ideas. But if you're a creator, you tend to make stuff on your own, so you make your own reality. Life is your imagination. So if you can imagine a life where you would like to live, you just have to imagine it and work on it every day, and it's going to become a possibility. I did start my YouTube around like 1 year ago. Before I did like social media stuff. As I said in my last video, I'm almost at 5 years, and I know consistency and consistent action and like being like a hard guy that you're not going to give up. If it's not functioning, then you have to ask yourself, okay, why is it not functioning? Maybe I'm doing something wrong, or I do have to elevate myself. The people didn't like my content on German, so I said, just fuck it, I'm going to do it on English. I always wanted to do it in English, so that's what I'm doing now. I want everybody to hear what I have to say, and I feel like I can become successful and the biggest thing on YouTube. I just have to believe in myself, believe in my imagination, and just work hard on myself every day. You do the small stuff, you do the small things every day. I just took a picture, I'm going to put it in. These are the habits I wanted to work on. So yeah, these are the habits I wanted to implement in my lifestyle. Most of them I did already do, or I try to do, but always get like back after I tried so many times. You have to just persistently try and try and try. That's how you create a new identity. You have to create a new identity for yourself. I already did speak about my game of life theory, where we're all in this huge game and everybody's a player. Everybody's playing their own game. Everybody's their own main character. So you should not play the game on PlayStation. You should play the real game, the game of life. And you have to work on your player. You get an avatar, a character like me, myself. I have to work on myself. I have to get better emotionally, physically, working out, mentally, spiritually. So everything, how you can be better, you just have to work on yourself every day. So the habits are going to get you there. Make sure to get good habits like reading, stretching, meditation. Every day I wake up. This is my routine in the last couple of days. I wake up, I wait 1 hour. Before I was looking for a distraction. Either I wanted to drink a coffee or I wanted to scroll. My brain needed something. But now I have this forest step where I just sit for 1 hour. I do nothing, just think. Then I do my meditation. I do diary. I do write my thoughts out. I wanted to work on myself. The last couple of weeks I did a lot of diary entries. I did just started my affirmations. Just reading my affirmations every day. It's like the repetition for your brain. If you read the affirmations every day, one time you're going to believe it. So you just have to read it every day, every day, every day, and clear your mind. How can you clear your mind? You have to clean your mind. The thoughts you have, most of the people are really distracted. So either on their phone, they're looking for sports on the television, or do something else just to distract themselves. They don't want to be in their own thoughts, and that's the most important thing. You have to be in your thoughts. That's how you understand yourself. If you do not spend any time with yourself, you cannot know yourself. If you like the movie The Matrix, they say know thyself. So you have to know yourself. You have to spend time alone. A lot of people tend to spend a lot more time alone than other people. I'm really introspective. I do have really thoughts about myself, and I do ask questions about themselves and how can make my character a better player. That is always my goal, how just to get better. But I also learned it's not always about just getting better. It's also about experiencing stuff. So you have to be also like a little bit too spiritually. I took back a little bit. I was too disciplined. I was just working on myself. That's how you get burned out. You have to find a balance where you can enjoy your life but also work hard on yourself. You have to use this balance. If you're too fast, you're going to get burned out. So my lesson was to just be a little bit slower and to experience life. If you slow down enough, you're going to experience the little things. So you're not going to get huge dopamine spikes, but you're going to love the little things a lot more. If you're drinking a coffee, you're talking to another person. If you get these huge dopamine spikes, you get these crashes, you're going to crash out and you're going to get tired. Your energy is not like in a baseline. Your energy is up and down, up and down. If you drink coffee, you know what I'm talking about. It's been almost 1 year. I stopped drinking coffee, and maybe today or the couple of days ago was the first day where I felt like normal again. So I know that you have to get worse to get better. So that's what I did. Anything you're trying to do in life, make sure you believe in yourself. I'm not gonna lie, I just woke up. I always started my day with a coffee. Back then, it always gave me like a kick. But coffee coffee is like a credit card. You get energy from the future. It blocks these adenosine receptors. The adenosine receptors tell you that you're tired, and these caffeine molecules look the same, so they get in and they don't let the adenosine to tell you that you're tired. So you always like on go, and yeah, it's just way too much stress on your body. So you drink coffee gets you elevated to like a sympathicus state, so you're not more in parasympathicus where you can rest. So yeah, coffee gives you like energy, but also gives you stress, cortisol. Unfortunately, I cannot drink it, and it's very acidic. If you know Dr. Sebi, he tells you should follow like an alkaline plant diet, what I'm doing right now. I've been almost plant-based like 4 or 5 months, and I feel really good. I haven't really got back into training. I did train the last month, probably like 2 times a week. It's because I almost missed like 4 months without doing anything, because I was just detoxing my body, not my body, was detoxing from my brain from dopamine, and it was really a hard time. But I always tell y'all, you have to get back 2 steps to get 10 forward. And yeah, and I did my dopamine detox. Also, the Parasite Cleanse is up on my web shop, so if anybody likes, it's on it. I will link it in the description. I'm also really into herbs, so different plants that give you some kind of like, I'm not saying energy, but it gets you high in a way. So yeah, in the future I'm going to show you all what I have or what I use. Unfortunately, I do not have them, but I also was detoxing from them. So at this moment, I do nothing. I was also doing great without smoking, but yesterday I came back to Serbia and I had to smoke, bro. One day I had to smoke. So yeah, I said, fuck it, I'm smoking last time, and I go back. I'm going to lock in for 6 months, and then we're going to become a millionaire. I know who remembers my video, but I told y'all I'm already a millionaire. I just haven't checked in my check yet. So I was always a millionaire. 4 years back, I knew I was going to be a millionaire. 4 years after, I'm still not a millionaire, but I'm going to be. I just haven't checked my check-in yet. So I told you I wanted to start reading. That's also a habit I want to implement in my lifestyle. I've been doing my affirmations, doing the meditations. This is a book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. A girl gave this to me, and it's already been like 4 months, I think. I didn't give it back to her. She asked me a couple times. I said, fuck, I want to read it still. So I did start it yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, my whole life I was kind of acting like this. I never really gave a fuck. I did not read everything, so I just read like 30 pages. But what he says is just like, you shouldn't give always a fuck about everything. Sometimes the best decision, you just don't give a fuck about nothing. Not that you don't care, but just don't use mental energy for like small stuff but don't really matter. I'm going to tell y'all a lot more later where I really finish this book. I hope as long as I'm here in Serbia, I'm able to finish this. I'm trying not to scroll. There's also one habit I want to get into, not scrolling on Instagram or TikTok. I've been reducing this shit for the last 8 months. I was really addicted to that. And now I spent like 1 month without scrolling. I did not scroll for 1 month. Then I stopped smoking cannabis, then I started scrolling a little bit, but it was just for a small time where I get used to not smoking. I was just slowly pushing away my bad habits. And now, yesterday, I did not really scroll. Yeah, I'm trying to get into reading. So scrolling fucks up your brain, fucks up your focus. The next thing I want to talk about is deep work. So what is deep work? Deep work, I used to study at the university. The first 2 semesters I did great, but after I got like to the execution and I did do it the second semester, I got all my stuff done. So at that point I realized, okay, I can do it, because I was learning on German. I'm not German. I've been learning German for 6 years or so, and I did made all of my stuff. So I was like, okay, I can do this. So I was not really interested anymore. I did a lot of deep work sessions, but I was drinking a lot of caffeine and I was not sleeping really well because I was working, so I was hustling, and that's why I got burnt out. So if you push too hard, you have to be ready that your body's going to give up, and that's what happened to me. So you have to keep a balance where you're resting but also working, and a deep work is where you focused that you're working and then you're focusing on the stuff that you're doing, and scrolling fucks up your focus really much. So you have to sit down and then you have to do these like deep work sessions where you go sit down for 1 hour. You can also sit down for 25 minutes, then rest 5 minutes. But I think 1 hour concentration starts a little bit smaller, but after 1 hour, then you get like 10-15 minutes off, then you do 1 more hour, and you put in work every day. That's how you get smarter. You don't have to be just stronger in the gym, you have to be also smarter in your brain. I feel like the brain is also a lot more important than your body. You have to focus on your brain to make your brain harder every day. So yeah. Hi guys, so today is my last day in Serbia, in my hometown, and yeah, the last 2 days I've been directing this video about habits. I'm trying to work on my habits. It's not always easy, but if you stay down and you try and you try and you try, then eventually it's going to get a lot easier. I've been doing my dopamine detox for the last 2 years. I'm at this point now in my life where I see the results I was trying to work back then, but it's a slow process, and it's also with the habits. You should only implement 1, then 2, then slowly change your personality. I want to be a person who helps you level up in your life. You can join my Discord server 444, I will leave it in the description, where all the people who are there are trying to better themselves, and I want to make like a group that everybody helps everybody. So yeah, this is my last day. I've been working on my habits. I'm not too rigid about my YouTube. Back then I was doing videos every day I was just hustling. Now I'm a lot more chill. I'm all in my chill vibe, so I do not know when the next video is going to come. Probably I'm going to do 1 video a month. So yeah, that's my plan. I fuck with y'all. I hope y'all leave some comments or let me know if you're with that what I just said, or you have different opinions. I would like to make like a discussion round in the comments. So yeah, all love people, and yeah, I'm trying to spread love in the world. No hate, no fucking hate. And yeah, bro, we're leveling up every day. We're trying to be better humans every day. And yeah, bro, I think that's it. See y'all on the next video. Peace out.